Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me. I know you missed me. Um Today we're going to be talking about not feeling it, which is a problem that I think a lot of people face. And honestly, when I was coming here, I wasn't even feeling like filming this video. So I know that it's a real thing and it's a real problem that people actually face. And I hope that this video is helpful to someone or many people in some way. So let's get into it. So let's start the video. You can probably tell I moved. Yeah, so we've gotten that over with, so we can move on. So today, as I said, we're going to be talking about not feeling it. And I have a question for you guys. Have you ever been in a situation where maybe you know what you're supposed to do and you maybe even have a plan for what you're supposed to do, but when it comes time to do the thing that you're supposed to do, I don't know, there's a plane passing, I don't know if you can hear me. You know what you're supposed to do, you know how you're supposed to do it, maybe you have a plan, you have a goal that you're supposed to pursue, but when it comes time to do the thing that you said you were going to do, you find yourself totally unable to do it. Have you ever been in that situation? I'm going to give you time to think. So if you've experienced that, you've probably experienced the feeling of not feeling it, which is something I think that everyone experiences, even the most successful people that you know, even the people who have achieved the things that maybe you want in life, the people who've achieved their goals, at some point they experienced not feeling it as well. So it doesn't just happen to lazy people, it happens to everyone. And the reason I think we experience that feeling of not feeling it is because I think action is really uncomfortable, even if it's something that's beneficial to you. I think action is really uncomfortable. Doing anything is really uncomfortable. Doing anything worth doing is really uncomfortable. Because right now, for example, I was supposed to make this video, right? But I knew that it was going to take a lot of work. I knew that if I made a mistake, I was probably going to have to re-record. Um, I would probably have to edit this video. I would have to go over it and watch it over and over again and edit it. And if there's something wrong, I would have to fix it. And that takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of boredom, and it takes a bit of struggle. So I probably knew that, even if I didn't know it consciously, I knew it in the back of my head. Deep down, I knew that this thing was going to take a lot of work, and it would have been better to do something more comfortable. It would have been easier to do something more comfortable. It would have been easier to go somewhere and just watch TikToks, because that would have given me dopamine and would have made me feel comfortable, and that would have been nice, right? But making this video is really uncomfortable. It's making me struggle. It's not giving me dopamine. I'm just out here struggling, trying to make sure the video comes out right, and there's birds in the background, and I can't I can't control how they're singing. I can't stop them. I'm actually just going to take them as background noise, background sound, nature sounds, guys. The main reason I think that we experience the feeling of not feeling it is because action is really uncomfortable. Getting to where you want in life is really uncomfortable. It takes a lot of effort. So our bodies are going to instinctively avoid that. I think it also reminds me of this thing that people usually say um, about how humans evolved to be like really energy efficient, and if something doesn't give you dopamine immediately, um, you tend to not choose it, because we evolved like that, because we have to, I don't know, it's something about hunting at the guys, I don't remember. I'm going to research it and tell you about it, but long story short, action is uncomfortable. Of course your body is not going to choose that, right? So because of that, we tend to experience the feeling of not feeling it, even if you know something is good for you, even if you're pursuing this goal and you know it's good for you. You're still going to experience resistance, and you're still going to experience moments where you really do not feel like doing it. Another thing I forgot to mention when I was filming the video earlier is that sometimes not feeling it can come from fear. Sometimes we look at our goal and it's too big for us, and it feels like we can't achieve it. We react to that by being totally averse to the goal, being not wanting anything to do with it, not wanting to think about it, not feeling it, not feeling like doing it, because we think this is such a big goal. I don't think I'm ever going to achieve it. I think it's impossible. I forgot to mention that. That can also be another reason why we feel like we're not feeling it. I think it's also important to recognize when we feel this feeling. For me, I usually feel it a lot in the morning when I wake up and I think, oh my god, I have to do this and this and this. Or when I have a goal and I've been pursuing it for like 2 weeks or so, that's when the motivation fades and my body's like, oh, um, do I even want this anymore? Like, it's taking a lot of effort. I don't feel really comfortable. Like, I don't have the same comfort level that I used to have. So is it like really worth it? Like, do I really want this? And my motivation fades and I just start feeling like I really don't want to do this anymore, you know? And for me, it manifests as sometimes feeling tired. I wake up and I instantly feel tired, and I'm like, what? When it's actually my body or my mind trying to kind of gaslight me into thinking that I feel tired so that I can rest. When actually I've been resting, I always have like 10 hours of sleep, maybe every, okay, maybe not 10, maybe like 8 on average. But I still wake up tired. No changes in my sleep schedule, no changes in my work schedule, no nothing. I'm just tired. And I realize sometimes my brain tries to trick me. I think the brain is such a powerful thing. And I think because I train my brain to know that if you're tired, you're not going to work, my brain sometimes lies to me that I'm tired so that I don't have to work. And I think it also manifests as indecision for me. I find myself being like, oh my god, like, do I really want this? Like, why am I really doing this? Like, questions, confusion, and that brings even more fatigue, and I end up not doing anything that I had set my mind to do. Other times, I think it also manifests as anger and irritation. I just feel angry and irritated when I think about my goals, because deep down I know that it's not going to bring me comfort. So I just feel annoyed, you know? I don't know if you guys can relate to this. Tell me down below in the comments. I'm becoming a real YouTuber now, guys. So you might be wondering, but not feeling it is like, feelings are natural, blah blah blah. So why are we demonizing this feeling? Like, feelings could be a signal. So why are we demonizing this feeling of not feeling like doing stuff? And really, I'm not trying to demonize it. I just think that sometimes it can lead us in a direction that's not helpful, that's not fitting for us or for our goals or for our future. So, something I've learned about this feeling and about consistency in general is that success doesn't come from spontaneous bursts of energy, it doesn't come from doing something today and then not doing it for 10 million days and then doing it again next year, success comes from doing something and doing something consistently. But if always when you don't feel like doing something, you don't do it, you're not going to be consistent. You're going to meet roadblocks and you're going to let them stop you from pursuing your goals. And I think that's the biggest challenge that comes from not feeling it. You end up losing focus and losing connection to your goals, because if every day you're waking up and you're feeling like, I don't really want to do this, I really don't want to do this, I really don't want to do this, your body is going to treat it as a threat and you're going to actively avoid it day after day after day. And after a while you're just going to be like, okay, this is not we're not doing this, you're going to treat your goals as a threat and you're not going to be open to even thinking about it, and you're going to lose focus from your goals and you're never going to achieve them. I think also when you don't feel like doing something and you proceed to not do it, it strengthens that connection. Like, if you feel like not doing something and then you fail to do it, it teaches your brain the same way that I teach my brain when I'm tired, I don't work. Is the same way you can teach your brain that when you don't feel like doing something, you don't do it. And I swear, like, I don't know, the brain is such an interesting and fascinating, the most complex, complicated thing in the world. And sometimes when you train it to be a certain way, it can kind of even manipulate you. I don't know. Like, you find yourself manipulating yourself, gaslighting yourself without even knowing it. Because I know for a fact that sometimes if you teach yourself that, okay, if I don't feel like doing something, I'm not going to do it, you're definitely not going to feel like doing a lot of things, because your brain is going to know if you don't feel like doing it, we're not going to do it. So whenever you feel like something is a threat or something that makes you uncomfortable, things like that, you're always going to feel like not doing it. The more you entertain it, the stronger it becomes, and the farther away it pulls you from your goals, because you're going to be like, I don't feel like doing it, so I don't have to do it. And it's going to happen again and again and again, you know? In the end, if you think about it, the feeling of not feeling it pulls us further away from our goals. It makes us waste time. It makes us be stressed, and stress kills stamina. So, at the end of the day, if we keep following this feeling, it's not going to be helpful to us. It's not going to be helpful to our goals. And I think, as I mentioned before, the feeling itself is not necessarily bad, because everyone experiences this feeling, from the most successful people to the least successful people. It's just how you deal with it. um, that's what matters. How you deal with it is what matters, because some people are going to not feel it and are going to be like, I don't feel like doing it, so I'm not going to do it. But other people are going to be like, I don't feel like doing it, but I have to do this. And they're going to keep on doing it, and they're going to do it today, tomorrow, the day after. And those are the people that are going to be successful in the long run. Those are the people that are going to be successful in the long run, because, as I said, success doesn't come from doing something in spontaneous bursts of energy. It comes from doing something and doing something consistently. That's how mastery comes about, when you do something again and again and again, whether you feel like doing it or not. So I've talked about a lot about the feeling itself and how it manifests, and why we should fight it, I guess. But how can we fix it, and how can we handle the situation when we feel like we don't feel like doing anything? So the first thing we can do is recognize that not feeling it is the best opportunity to build the most powerful tools of all, which are discipline and consistency. I think this is my life is a very good example of this. I used to be like a really lazy child. Like, I was in high school and primary school for like 12 years, and genuinely, like, the number of times I did my homework is countable. I'm not even joking. I'm not even trying to, like, um, exaggerate or anything. I never did my homework in primary school. At one point, my parents were called. At some point in primary school, my dad was called to school because I wasn't doing my homework. It was genuinely the scariest day of my life. But I kept on carrying those habits back into high school, and I did do my work in high school. And my teachers were always telling me, "You're not disciplined. You're not disciplined." I'm like, "What even does that even mean? Like, what does that even? What are you even talking about?" Because they were always like, discipline is doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. And I'm like, how does that relate to homework? Like, what is this one saying, right? But I think the older I grow, the more I understand. I was the kind of person that I would, I'm there for a good time, not for a long time. I'm there for the fun parts. When my motivation fades, I'm out. When it gets hard, I'm out. When I don't feel like doing it anymore, I'm out. And because of that, I really couldn't build mastery in anything. I was generally good at everything. Like, at first try, I would be good at everything. At first try, I'm not even joking. But I couldn't win at any. I don't know how to explain this, guys. I couldn't be consistent. I couldn't be number one because I wasn't consistent with my studies. I wasn't consistent with anything that I was doing. I wasn't consistent with music. I wasn't consistent with all these things that I was good at. I could be good at, but I never took the chance to learn more about, to grow in. So I never really won at anything. I wasn't even a jack of all trades, because you can't really say I was a jack of all trades. I had basic knowledge in everything, because I would pick this up and drop it, pick this up, drop it, pick this up, drop it. So I was pretty good at, like, general knowledge, because I had basic knowledge in everything, rather than taking one thing and being committed, being loyal, and taking the time to master it. I couldn't, like, be the best at anything, because didn't take the time to learn and didn't take the time to master anything, because I would only do stuff when I was feeling like doing it. I couldn't be consistent and I couldn't pursue any goals that I have, to the point of mastery. But I think when we recognize that not feeling it is a huge opportunity to, choose the opposite side and be consistent and be disciplined. I think when we realize that, for me, realizing that has really helped me to, pick the side where I do stuff even when I don't feel it. Because I'm like, by doing this, even though I don't feel like it, I'm building consistency and I'm building discipline. And Loki, I'm not even kidding you guys. Consistency and discipline are like the greatest tools of all. Like, I can say that because I used to think of myself as someone who's like the best at everything. Like, I'm good at everything and I'm super smart and I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous. I used to think of myself as a god in a in a way. I used to think of myself as someone who's good at everything, but I never won at anything. And I think it was because I couldn't be consistent. I couldn't reach the level of mastery. I think when we take up discipline and consistency into our lives, it really accelerates our potential and it really brings us to where we're supposed to be. Like, if you're good at something at first try, imagine how much better you would be doing it for 10 million days. Like, if you're good at something the first time you try it, imagine how much better, how much of a master you'd be after doing it for 1,000 days every single day. It builds your expertise, it builds your mastery, it makes you so much better at something. And I never had a chance to do that. And I believe that if I'm consistent and if I'm disciplined, I I can like heal the world. I can fix climate change. I can do everything, guys. I really do believe it. But I wasn't able to achieve even the tiniest of my goals because I wasn't able to be consistent and because I was only doing stuff when I was feeling it. So for me, the first solution is recognize that by doing something when you're not feeling it, you're building the greatest, the biggest tool that will be the most beneficial to you in whatever path that you're pursuing. I feel like right now I really want to do that. I really want to be a master of something. I really want to understand something fully because I really appreciate, like being as excellent at something. Another thing that was a real game changer for me was to recognize that feelings follow action. Like, feelings follow action. You're not going to feel like doing it before you do it. Trust. But after you do it for like 5 minutes, you're going to be like, I'm getting into this. I think that was very real for me when I was studying. When I study, I'm always like, I really don't want to do this. I don't want to do this at all. But then I study for 5 minutes and I'm like, this is actually kind of interesting. So I think this is actually like a really important part. You need to recognize that feelings follow action. If it's important to you to do something only when you feel like doing it, you need to be like, okay, it's fine. It's important for me to do something only when I feel like doing it, but I'm not going to feel like doing it right now. But when I start, I'm definitely going to feel like doing it. I'm definitely going to feel like doing it. But genuinely, this has happened for me so many times. So I can stand by it 99.9% of the time. You're not going to feel like doing it before you start. But after you start doing it for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're going to be like, I'm actually enjoying this. So don't steal that opportunity from yourself. Don't steal that opportunity to actually feel like doing it because it's not going to come before you act, it's going to come after you act. Feelings follow action. I think also recognizing that starting is the hardest part. The hardest thing you're going to do is start. After you start, it's going to be I'm not saying it's going to be smooth sailing from there, but it's going to be 10 times easier after you start. So you just have to start. That's the hardest part. Start, do it for like 5 minutes, and then you'll realize that it's actually getting easier. You actually want to do it more because you started. Starting is the hardest part. When you break through that feeling of not feeling it, your brain is going to realize, hey, this is not even as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, it also helps to tell yourself, I'm only going to do this for 5 minutes and then I'm out. Because then you release the discomfort levels that your brain is expecting. If your brain is expecting this much discomfort, if you tell yourself, I'm only going to do this for 5 minutes, it starts to expect this level of discomfort, and it becomes easier for you to do it. And trust, you'll do it for 5 minutes and then you'll be like, yeah, maybe 5 minutes more, maybe 5 more minutes. Trust, like, even for the hardest things of all, like maybe it's going to be hard like the first few days. Like you'll say, I'll do it for 5 minutes today, you do it for 5 minutes, tomorrow you do it for 5 minutes, the day after you're going to be gaining interest, and you're going to be like, okay, maybe 10 minutes today, you know. Another thing that I think helps me is recognizing that discomfort that comes from doing nothing all day. People are going to argue about this, like, but you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with me. Like, even when you do nothing all day, you're still going to get tired. You're still going to get brain fog. You're still going to get pissed. You're still going to get irritable. That's the truth of life, and that's the truth of the matter. Like, even if I decided, okay, I'm not going to film this video, I'm going to go and watch TikToks, I promise you, I'd still feel discomfort. Like, if I just watch TikToks for like 6 hours straight instead of filming this video, I would feel brain fog. I would feel angry. I'd see someone who filmed the video and get jealous, you know. So either way, you're going to feel discomfort, whether you choose to pursue your goals or whether you choose to use random coping mechanisms to not pursue your goals. You're still going to feel discomfort. So choose which discomfort you're going to feel, and choose wisely. I think in the same line as that, you need to recognize that discipline and consistency may bring discomfort, may demand a lot and bring discomfort, but they give you a lot more than they ask for. Like, in the future, you're going to get a lot more than you would have expected. Like, I moved again, guys. But I kind of had to. Anyway, let's get back to it. As I was saying, maybe discipline and consistency demand a lot, but they give back a lot more than they take from you. Like, they give back a lot more than they demand. For example, there's the analogy of the farmer, right? The farmer is going to plant a seed, right? And maybe he's just going to plant one seed, right? And he's going to till the land every single day. He's going to weed the farm every single day. He's going to wake up early every morning to till the land and do all that stuff. He's going to show up day after day after day. But when the harvest comes, it won't come as one seed, unless it's like one of these special plants. The harvest is not going to come as one seed, it's going to come as many seeds. So discipline and consistency, while they demand a lot, they give back a lot more. I think if we recognize that, it makes the whole discipline thing look a bit easier, feel a bit easier. It makes it easier to do things day to day, because you understand that when I get it back, it's going to come back like tenfold, you know. Another thing that's been really helpful to me is to recognize that whichever side you pick, you're strengthening that side. Like, if you pick the side where you use your bad coping mechanisms and you don't pursue your goals, don't do anything, you lie to yourself, you say to yourself it's not even possible, just so you don't do it, and you do all these things to avoid what you know you really want, that's the side you're strengthening. You're going to keep doing that, and you're never going to do whatever you want, and you're just going to be sad. On the other hand, if you, even if you know you're weak, and even if you know you can't do it, and even if you know you have many weaknesses, blah blah blah, even if you don't feel like, if you wake up every day and you decide that I'm going to choose the side where I choose the healthy coping mechanisms, I'm going to choose the side where I do things even if it's hard, I'm going to choose the side where I do things even when I don't feel like, that's the side that you're strengthening. And I think that if you make that decision today, you make that decision, you don't, I don't know, it doesn't have to be a straight line. Of course, we are saying consistency is when you know, today, tomorrow, but I feel like the effort counts. If you put in effort into making the right decision day by day by day, at some point the effort is going to compound, and you're going to strengthen the side that you pick. Like, you're going to strengthen the side of your brain that says, even if I don't feel like it, I'm going to do it, and then you're going to keep doing it. Like, for me, I feel like I've experienced that. Like, I've been not feeling like studying either way, and I feel like that has started to move into other parts of my life. Like, for example, this video, like, I didn't want to do it at all, but here I am doing the video because I've been training myself over the course of maybe 1-2 weeks. I've been training myself that I'm going to do it even if I don't feel like doing it, and I've been strengthening that side. On the other hand, if you strengthen the side that says I'm not going to do it because I don't feel like it, you're going to not do it because you don't feel like it, and you're going to strengthen that side, and you're going to keep not doing things because you don't feel like doing them, and you're going to end up not doing anything. Another thing that helps me is to always think about my goals. Always think about my goals. I have a vision board that I edit, but it's on my wall, and I'm always looking at it. I'm always thinking about it. I'm always doing things that are concerned with my goals, even if I'm not actively pursuing my goals. I'm always reading like self-help books and stuff. Yeah, because I'm always thinking about my goals. And a more maybe toxic version of this that I have been making use of is think about someone you're jealous of. I have this influence, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I'm incredibly jealous of her. Kwanza, I recently met her in real life. I feel like the universe was bringing us together. I recently met her in real life, and she was just as beautiful, just as gorgeous, just as amazing as she is on the internet. It was like, but anyway, because I'm so jealous of her, she's like my biggest inspiration, and I'm always thinking about her. Like, whenever I think about not doing stuff because I don't feel like it, I'm always like, I'm never going to be like her if I keep acting like this. Like, I want to be like her, or like surpass her one day, like, you know. But if I don't do things just because I'm not feeling like it, I will never reach her level. I'm never going to reach a level where I can even surpass her. So I'm always thinking about her. I'm always whenever she posts a story, I'm the first to look at it because I'm incredibly jealous of her, and I want her life basically. But that has been like a really inspiring, it's been really inspiring for me. Like, she's my inspiration, so I'm always thinking about her. I'm always thinking about how jealous I am of her, and I think that's really helpful because, you know, the thing about life is all the work that you're refusing to do, someone else is doing, right? All the efforts that you're refusing to put, someone else is putting. Like, for example, I was reading this book and they were likening it to a war. You may not be fighting, but your enemy is fighting. You may not be practicing, you may not be doing drills, but your enemy is doing drills. Anyway, thinking about that influencer, it's just, it's the same way. I may not be putting effort into my life, but she is, and she's moving forward. Huh? So if I refuse to put effort into my life just because I'm not feeling it, it's always going to be like that. On the other hand, if I decide that I'm going to put effort into my life, I'm going to be like her, better yet, I'm going to surpass her, that's exactly what's going to happen. Maybe the most important thing is to set up systems. I remember in my high school, we used to have this thing called happy hour, where we would do 10 mark questions of math and the sciences, right? Every single day. Every single day. Every single day. And honestly, I can say that systems like that are the reason why I got the grades that I got. Because as I told you, I wasn't working hard in high school. I mean, I was studying. It's not like I wasn't studying at all. I was, but I wasn't putting in enough effort. But I think the grades that I got because of happy hour. Because we used to, every single day we do 10 mark questions every single day. And I feel like I want to do that for my own life, to create systems like that every single day, non-negotiable, by the way. Every single day I have to do this, every single day. And when you have a system in place like that, it removes some of the decision fatigue. You don't have to decide, oh, do I have to do this, do I have to not do this? It's already decided. Every day I'm going to do this, right? And on top of that, it keeps you consistent. It has to be non-negotiable, otherwise it won't work. You have to do it every single day. When you put up systems like that, after a while you get into it, right? After a while you don't have to think about it. After a while, you know it's going to be like this, it's going to be like this every single day. And after that, you gain momentum, and the momentum pushes you forward, right? So you keep going because you're already used to it. Like, you're already used to the habits of every day you do this, every day you do this, right? It even becomes enjoyable. I think kwanza, when you form habits, it's very comfortable, in fact, because you don't have to think about it, you don't have to stress about it, you don't have to decide. You just know when it's this time, it's this I'm doing. Just come up with systems that help you pursue your goals, and it's going to help you to do things even though you're not feeling like it. So in conclusion, guys, I know this stuff is hard. It's not easy to do stuff when you're not feeling like this, like it. I think it's one of the hardest things in the world, honestly. Especially from my experience, I genuinely think it's the hardest thing in the world. But I think that once you get past that first stage of, try doing it, and once you get to the momentum part, once you build momentum, after that it's smooth sailing, guys. It's like when you climb a hill, right? When you're going up, it's hard, it's difficult, right? When you're going up the hill, it's so difficult. You're going uphill, it's steep, it's hard, blah blah blah. Then you get to the top, right? But when you shuka, it's mteremko. And I think discipline is the same way. When you're going up, it's hard. You're going against the gradient, you're going against your comfort zone, you're going. But when you get up, Wanza mteremko, it's the easiest thing in the world. So at first, it's definitely going to be hard, but after that, it's going to be so easy. And after that, the thing that happens is you start getting successful, you start achieving your goals. And at that point, no one has seen the time when you are going up the hill struggling. No one saw that. But when you're going Teremko, everyone's like, why do things come so easy for this girl? Why is it so easy for her? Everything is like Teremko for her. Yeah, because I climbed the hill first. So yeah, everyone always sees the success part and thinks it's magical, blah blah blah, but it's not magical. It's because they've gone through the hard part without you seeing it. This stuff is hard. It may be hard, but you can do it, right? If I can do it, you can too. I've told you my story, guys. I used to be the laziest girl on the planet, but I'm changing my ways. I'm becoming a better person. If this video has reached you, it means I've become a more consistent person. If I can do it, so can you. So just do it once. Just do it this time. Just do it today. And then tomorrow just do it today. Start today. That's all you need to do. When you do, you start to strengthen those pathways in your brain. You start to rewire, you change your brain chemistry, right? So yeah, you'll grow day by day in the dark when no one is seeing, and when it finally comes to light, everyone will be like, what? Why is it so easy for you? But really, it's easy for you because you kept going. You did it even when you didn't feel like it. So yeah, thanks so much, guys, for joining me on this journey. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for everything. I love you, and I believe you can do it. Like, I believe we can do it. Us together, we can do it, guys. We can achieve our goals. We can do stuff even when we don't feel like it. We can build consistency. We can do all that stuff. So don't think it's impossible, because it's not. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for being here. Go through my channel. I'm sure you'll find something else that you like. As I said, I'm going to try to be consistent with this channel, because it's helping me almost as much as it's helping you guys. I hope it helps you, of course, but I think it's also very helpful just for me. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. Thanks for being here. Please like and subscribe. You like me, right? You love me, right? Have you guys watched Obsession? No, don't do that. Me when I see you not subscribing, no. Me when I see you clicking away and you haven't no. Me when I see you clicking away and you haven't liked and commented. No, we were supposed to have a good day. I'm making noise, guys. Everyone's looking at me. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching my video. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. I'm going to try to make videos maybe every week. I think that should be fair. What do you guys think? Comment. I love you guys. I wish you all the best, and I will see you in the next one. Like, oh my gosh, guys, the sun is coming out again. Okay, bye.